It's not every day you can say that you've seen a man of 38 blossom. But in the nearly 3 years that I and the other guys I work with in the London office have known Emmy, we can truly say that he's transformed. From what to what is the basis of this speech. This supposed 5-minute speech. This speech also serves the purpose for all of us in London to give an insight into Emmy and to describe to you Canadians what it is that you're getting. At this point, I should probably point out our sales policy. No returns, no refunds. So what was Emad like when he first came to London? Let's address the weight first. Look at him now. He was 90 kilograms, 200 pounds. And his definition of exercise was lifting a McDonald's sausage McMuffin to his lips. Next, there's sartorial elegance and style. Again, take a look at the man. He had some, I'm being generous here, but not knowing that a brown belt goes with brown shoes, and that t-shirts weren't always appropriate going out wear, were a few gaps in his knowledge. And then there's the cultural awareness, or lack of. And we in London all found this out at once, when in France, on our annual boat trip, he ordered that custard-like dessert with the caramelised top, which everyone in the rest of the world describes as creme brulee, but which Emad referred to as creme brulee. So what's changed? Well, I think we can see the evidence. Emad is not quite half the man he used to be, but close. He is certainly much fitter, and for that there are quite a few reasons. First off, I needed a gym partner. For 18 months we trained every weekday. He fetched my weights, my water. It was pretty helpful. Secondly, he partook in our office runs in the path. We have an office trainer, and he's helped himself to our office masseuse. And then finally, his employer, my employer, insisted he wouldn't pay for his airfare to Australia unless he weighed less than 85 kilograms. Now, if you're wondering what twisted, sadistic boss would insist on such a thing, welcome to the London office. And by the way, Emad made 85 kilos on his way to 70 kilos. Yeah. Style-wise, he is much improved. He even wears collared shirts when not in the office. And I've had a lot of fun introducing Emad to London fashion, topped off by summer, sales season, where we played a game called Let's Spend Emad's Bonus. Which I think provided Emad with his first 3 date outfits for Heather. So as you can see, the benefits have rolled on. And for Heather, you know now you can play that game. Now, culturally, in London we've done our best. But alas, you can take the boy out of Geelong, you can't take Geelong out of the boy. But at least now, however, he knows the difference between pate and foie gras, and finally can order a creme brulee without the French waiter laughing. So that's the transformation of Emmy. Some things, of course, didn't need changing. His humour, his loyalty, his soft-spoken and gentle manner, which no doubt attracted Heather. But we in London like to think that we made him just a little bit more eligible. Now, many of you, besides those from Australia and London, will have met Emad for the first time. So in giving you a leg up in understanding who Emad is, I took the precaution, or the preparation, I made a preparation of handing out a questionnaire to describe what Emad is like. But this isn't Family Feud, so don't feel like you need to shout out what you think are the correct answers. Okay, first question on the list. If Emad were a 1980s pop song, what pop song would he be? The various answers we got were, I Should Be So Lucky, Take My Breath Away, have you ever been jogging with him? And I Come From a Land Down Under. If Emad were an animal, what animal would he be? Now there's a pattern here, and I'm not sure it's obvious. Pussy cat, big pussy, koala without the appetite and the claws. Describe Emad in 3 words or less. Trim and married, away from desk, and this one comes from one of our colleagues who may not actually make the best analyst we've ever had, because it's actually 4 words. Was overweight and now underweight. If you're putting together a pub quiz team, Emad would be your specialist in what area of general knowledge? Not IT. Nintendo Wii was another one. Seinfeld, and of course, the perennial Geelong Football Club. And if anyone hasn't yet seen the wedding band, and it has the colours of both Geelong, well, it has the 2 colours of Geelong, white and blue. Complete this sentence. Emad in France is, and again there's a pattern here, lost, lost, and not applicable. So just in case you Canadians were thinking that a boy from London might be a bit rich for your taste, that should probably allay a few concerns. And finally, I think the whole collection of us from London have come together and put forth a few words of wisdom. First, on breaking the language barrier, because of course, being Australians, we're very misunderstood in the rest of the world. I don't think we speak English like everybody else. So, words of advice for Emmy. In Canada, the appropriate response for a response in the affirmative is, oh yeah. And should anyone ever challenge you and you just want them to get lost, you say, take off, eh? Advice on a long, happy marriage. You only get out of love what you put in. You put in lots, you get out lots. Also, marriage is like a game of football. You train all week, you might score on the weekend, the lack of performance can see you put on the transfer list. There were even a few words of advice for Heather in maintaining and managing a very happy Emad. Cook, clean, be pretty. Treat him mean, keep him keen. And a Setanta subscription, which is our paid television's sports subscription. In closing, I'd like to say that in the time I've known Emad, I've never seen him so happy. And I know that this is because he never spends a minute more than is necessary in the office. And this is so he can be home with Heather. And if Heather makes him happy, then I can only be overjoyed for their union. Emad, I'm going to miss telling you what to do, what to wear, what to eat. But with Heather, I know you're in good hands.